possible hole in former President Trump's defense in the investigation into classified documents that, of course, were found at his estate at Mar-a-Lago.
Now, there's now evidence that Trump knew about the declassification process during his time at the White House. Now, this is something that he initially denied knowing about when this all came to light. He initially said he thought the documents he took were automatically declassified.
And this all according to reports from CNN. The outlet reports officials at the National Archives have proof Trump knew about the process. Those officials will now hand over more than a dozen reports to Special Counsel Jack Smith, who's in charge of the criminal probe into the mishandled documents.
And as we're watching all of this unfold, one of Donald Trump's key lawyers, Timothy Parlatore, announced his resignation from the Trump legal team. Political correspondent Kevin Cirilli has more now from Capitol Hill. Kevin.
Good morning, Rob. So remember, when Trump left office and had those classified documents that were shipped down to Mar-a-Lago, it really sparked this national conversation about the process and the procedures related to individuals who have classified documents. And we've seen lawmakers on both sides of the aisle who have been raised questions about the classified documents. But the question here for Trump, especially as it relates to this particular investigation, is whether or not his top advisors knew how to properly handle the classified documents. And Trump says, as he told Caitlin Collins over on CNN just last week, that he did nothing wrong. Take a listen to the former president.
I had every right to under the Presidential Records Act. You have the Presidential Records Act. I was there and I took what I took and it gets declassified.
Now, separately from that, as CNN first reported, the National Archives submitted 16 documents, or correspondences rather, in a letter on May 16th. And they write in this letter, quote, "The 16 records in question all reflect communications involving close presidential advisors, some of them directed to you personally, concerning whether, why, and how you should classify certain classified records." So essentially what the prosecution here is trying to do is to state that the Trump advisors, as well as the former president himself, were briefed in terms of handling classified documents. In order to obtain classified information, you have to have a security clearance. You have to have some type of clearance. So the individuals in question are, what this development does is raise questions about whether or not they handled those documents and the unclassified documents following the proper standards and procedures.
All right, political correspondent Kevin Cirilli live for us on Capitol Hill.